matches up with him on the other sideline. Taking a look at the lineups quickly for the Northwestern Wildcats. A lot of foreign players. Young, Bakusic, Parker, and Hashad are the two in the backcourt. They are very quick in the backcourt for Northwestern. For the UIC Flames, same starting lineup. They've used all 11 games so far this season. Bailey, Banks, Carr, Williams, and Joe Scott. We'll get into that a little bit more in depth as the game progresses. The tap is won by UIC, and the Flames with the basketball. Martell Bailey swings it over to Aaron Carr. Down low to Joe Scott. They'd love to get him started early. Loses the basketball and tries to squeeze it out. He does.
Made a heck of a save.
Carr, three ball, up and in. First bucket of the game goes to the Flames.
Well, we talked in the open, that's the guy who stepped up, and he's the hidden ingredient for UIC. When he knocks down triples, it makes Banks, Bailey, everybody that much better.
Down low, Young gets it back out. Bakusic for three. He had an electric game a couple of days ago at Welsh Ryan Arena against Arizona State. So matching triples for both these two teams here in the early going.
And we were both there the other night. He played the best game I've seen him play since he came to Northwestern a couple of seasons ago.
Bakusic last year sat out with a shoulder injury, but he's finally rounding back into form. Joe Scott misses the turnaround inside. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Here's to Tim Young. Young gets to the basket with authority and finds the bucket with the left hand. He'll go to the free throw and try and finish up the three-point play. Joe Scott with a personal foul.
Well, I don't think UIC realizes how aggressive this kid is. To Tim Young, I mean, look at that. Just take it right into the defender. Look for the harm. He loves the contact. Get it on the glass, hoop, harm, three-point opportunity. Well done. You better bring your lunch bucket. It's a long day trying to guard him.
Tim Young misses the free throw. He is 16th all-time in Northwestern history in points. He needs two more buckets to pass Ryan Schwabe with the 15th place all-time for Northwestern. Cedric Banks, the leading scorer for UIC, gets it over to Martell Bailey. Out of the wing, Carr. Trying to bottle up, shoots it over to Bailey. Carr wants to go down low, has Armand Williams. Their turnaround, jump hook, no good, a little too strong. Hashad with the rebound.
Northwestern's running. This is a much quicker Northwestern team. Phil Carmody will deal with that turnover. This team has changed their personality this year, and they are up-tempo. I think he's done his best coaching job, because at the start of the year, it wasn't a very good basketball team. They have really improved, and that's a huge credit to the coaching of Phil Carmody.
Taking a look at the UIC medical report, well, Marquise McGee will not be playing today. Cedric Banks gets his first bucket. Marquise McGee will have to sit out, at least for this game, maybe another. He has pink eye.
That's highly contagious.
Very contagious, also known as conjunctivitis. That would be the medical term. Getting to the basket. Good, strong move. Bakusic. His second bucket. He's now got 5, and you on top by 1 early on.
Again, it looks like they're going to be staying this zone.
Cedric Banks, the left-hander, gets it down to Williams. Tries to go back door, nothing there. And reset some offense. Carr to Bailey.
UIC struggling to initiate here. They're going to get to Watson, and that's a tough foul. He always, I was telling one of the Wildcats, Paul Lee, it seems like every game I've been there to do, and I've done 5 of them now, you look up and he's got 2 fouls on him with 17 minutes left in the first half. You can't pick those ticky-tack fouls up.
That's foul number 1 on Duwancic. And another quick whistle, and this time Armand Williams is fouled as he made an aggressive move to the basket.
I think it's T.J. Parker.
It is indeed on T.J. Parker, and Armand Williams will shoot his first pair of free throws. A senior from Austin High School, former Tiger, just 6 feet 4 inches tall, but he is going to be one of the best low post players in the Horizon League all season long. Makes his first free throw.
He's an animal. He is a flat-out animal. And I say that in a very endearing way. This guy goes to the glass as hard as any guy you'll ever see.
Leads the team in rebounding, almost 6 per contest. Makes both free throws. And UIC with a slim 1-point lead. Parker. And the Wildcats get it across the timeline. Parker closely guarded by Cedric Banks, man-to-man. And Tim Young uses the forearm, gets some separation, misses the jump shot. And one of his best friends in the world corrals the rebound, Cedric Banks. Martell Bailey Loses the handle, kicks it out to Carr. Trying to go 2 for 2. A little too long. Joe Scott has the ball knocked out of his hands. UIC. Little hustle work, and it pays off. A 2 inside by Armon Williams.
Well, he went with a dunk, and fortunately for him, it squirted out of his hand early enough that it had some roll and sat up on the rim and fell.
Got the roll on the dunk shot. UIC now their biggest lead. Ties their biggest lead. Up by 3.
Davor 31. Davor the one he can shoot the ball. I was doing a game at 4 threes.
Vucic over to Tim Young, and Young can hit that shot this year. He shoots 47% from behind the arc, and he knocks home his first triple. Martell Bailey tries to get it to Joe Scott in the lane. Carr, his second bucket. He's got 5. A lot of offense early on here, Cap.
A lot of offense, and you cannot allow an offensive player that kind of penetration, especially somebody as good as Aaron Carr. I think they're going to get Joe Scott.
It's fouled as he went to the basketball. Joe Scott tried to intercept it. I think he got a little bit of wrist.
I was here 2 years ago. Joe Scott, in the first minute of the first game of the season, took off on a dunk wide open.
Long jump shot, no good by the shot.
And nobody past half court but him. He goes in for a dunk, takes off, grabs his leg down, he goes dunk for the year for an ACL. Since that point, he's come back. He must have put on 20 pounds of muscle, at least. He's got some shoulders, he's got some definition. I mean, this is a kid who has really become a much more active player inside than he was pre-injury.
Makes his first free throw. Whistle blows, and Joe Scott, the man we're talking about, will have to go sit down on the bench.
Look at those shoulders.
Next to Jimmy Collins. Well, he had a lot of time. You mentioned the fact that he was out for that full year. His offensive game is not the same as it used to be. Maybe there's more offensive weapons now for the Flames, but he's not scoring the way he used to a couple of years ago. He had 29 points a couple of years ago against Oregon, and that was his high watermark. We'll take our first time out, tied up at 12 apiece. Just over 4 minutes into this game.
Everything is so fresh.
I wonder who her caterer is.
It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to produce markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on,
Patricia, who is it?
I got everything at Jewel. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Jewel, helping make your life easier.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
And with no timeouts, he goes back to pass. Oh, no! It hit him right in the big red ball!
Thrilling. In a fun to read, not so fun to throw to on 4th and 7 kind of way.
Red eye!
Unstoppable. In the 20 pages of Metromix every Wednesday, and it still comes back for more kind of way.
Red eye!
Fox Sports Net's coverage of UIC Flames basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Credit Union One, a unique concept in financial services. Gordon Flesh Company, committed to service excellence for over 45 years. Grosinger City Toyota. For the best deals, best selection, best service, gotta go to Grosinger. Jewel, helping make your life easier. LaSalle, the bank that works. UIC Medical Center, a higher level of care. New West Realty. No one sells the Near West like New West Realty. And by Red Eye. Open your eye.
Welcome back to the beautiful city of Chicago. Tied up and does repeat. Both the Northwestern Wildcats and the UIC Flames. Eric Collins alongside David Kaplan. And David, this is the first time that a Big Ten team has traveled to the Pavilion since November of when UIC took down Tom Izzo's Spartans of Michigan State.
I was here. I was here for that game. That's the second time they've beaten Michigan State, because Judd Heathcote brought a club in here as well and lost to a Bob Hallberg coach UIC club. You don't get Big Ten teams come in here too often. Tip of the cap to Bill Carmody.
Both teams off to good shooting afternoon. UIC has made 2 out of 3 from behind the three-point arc. The same can be said for the UIC or for the Northwestern Wildcats. Armand Williams corrals the basketball, gets it over to Martell Bailey. Martell gets in the lane, and the man who's not even 6 feet tall finishes at the rim.
Does a real nice job with the jump stop into the lane, and once he got past the first wave of defender, just take it up to the rim and use the glass. And they're going to get an illegal screen call here, I believe.
Well, the broadcast rights for this event have been granted to Fox Sports Net by the University of Illinois Chicago. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports Net and UIC is strictly prohibited. 14-12. Early moments of this game coming up on the 5-minute mark. Aaron Carr has 2 buckets, swings it around to Cedric Banks. Down low, Elliott Poole has just checked for the game at 3 seconds. They're going to call 3-second violation on Mr. Poole, the youngster from Farragut. That's the only change we've had so far in the game for either team, and don't expect to see a lot of changes for the Northwestern Wildcats. They do not substitute a great deal at all. Actually, they lead the nation in actually minutes played by their starters. A whole lot of banging going on. Iwancic kicks it out to Vukusic, over to Parker. And Parker nails his first 3.
Got a really good ball game here. I looked at this game today, and I told you I thought this is going to be a dogfight.
Cedric Banks, that quick trigger, knocks it home. Quicker than a hiccup on that release. Excuse me? 17-15 our score. The Flames on top of the Wildcats in a track meet. Didn't expect that. Normally you think of Bill Carmody's Wildcats, you think the slow-down game, the backdoor pass. He's changed. But this year, very up-tempo on offense. Like to shoot the 3-ball. Like that one. Like it better when they make
shot over the top. Foolish foul. That's his second. He's one of your better perimeter players. Now you got to pull him up.
Well, the near West Side's #1 realtor is New West Realty. Sales, leasing, property management, and development. Visit their website at nwrchicago.com. That's New West Realty. Near West Side's #1 realtor.
May even have something in your tax bracket. Upper bracket.
Oh,
here it
come
comes.
on. 17-15 our score. Jatim Young gets the interception and finishes not so prettily. Pretty. Misses an easy layup and coming back the other way of the Flames. Carr misses. Rebound pulled down by Young, so he got back quickly on defense and made up for his miscue on the other end. Now loose ball gets away. The Flames have it. Carr over to Williams. Williams gets the contact, no whistle, but he gets the layup to fall.
Well, you want up-tempo? You got up-tempo today, baby. These two teams are struggling in terms of taking care of the basketball that last couple possessions. They were moving around the court like you do with directions, Mr. Magoo. But
Evan Seacat in the game for Northwestern. I'm never going to live that one down. Never. You put me in charge of the maps. Every once in a while, you got to make a mistake. That's how we discovered America.
We nearly ended up in a river in Athens, Ohio.
Christopher Columbus didn't know where he was going. You eventually find where you're going to go. Eventually. Martell Bailey misses on the left-handed layup, but Butch Poole can't clean it up either. Poole underneath, fighting for it, and they're going to have a foul called on Northwestern.
They're going to get Seacat on a reach as he tried to strip Armand Williams. But Northwestern cannot afford to continue to give up second chance opportunities. You don't have a team at UIC with a legitimate 6'10 or bigger post player. You got 6'4 guys who are outworking you right now on the glass. That can't happen from a Wildcat perspective. From a UIC Flame perspective, they love it.
New Flame into the game. Number 25, Justin Bowen checks in. Elliott Poole also off the bench, has the ball in the low post, and gets the bank shot and falls. Elliott, his first bucket. Flames up by 4.
Parker. Banks, Parker, good match.
Banks falls down and gives Parker a wide open look. Comes up short on the three-pointer. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to UIC.
Hey, with this a physical ball game. This is a tough game to officiate.
Last year, these two teams met in Evanston. UIC won for the first time ever against Northwestern, and they won handily, 70-53 at Welsh Ryan Arena. Trying to make it 2 in a row. This is just the 5th time these two schools have ever met. It's kind of hard to believe.
What a pass. What a pass.
Martell Bailey, a great feed, and Armand Williams finishes with a flourish.
That is an outstanding pass. One more dribble, and the way he wrapped it around to get it inside, outstanding.
Wanchich, left-handed dribble, picks it up, gets it over to Seacat. Wanchich can make that shot. High off the glass and
call
in.
that one, big fella. You gotta call it.
Wanchich knocks it home off the glass. Had to get it high over Elliott Poole's hand, and he did. Bailey, the lob inside. Williams with a great one-handed catch, but can't get it to fall. Had it blocked away. Young on the sprint out. Cross-court pass. Seacat has a look. Misses the jump shot. Bowen saves it beautifully over to Williams. And now Martell Bailey will slow it down.
Thought that was overpassing by Northwestern. TJ Parker had the open look, and he really didn't get a better look by throwing that skip pass over the top.
Cedric Banks gets his man up in the air and gets in the lane. Falls down, can't hit the shot. Thought he was fouled. Here comes Parker, has a man in front of him, and Seacat has his shot rejected. They're going to call goaltending. Armand Williams got up in a hurry, but he caught it after it hit the backboard, and the goaltend is called. Great look by Martell Bailey, finds Armand Williams, but Armand comes the other way, goaltend, and gives it right back.
The University of Illinois at Chicago, the largest university in the city, with the nation's largest medical school. Renowned faculty, award-winning students, state-of-the-art research facilities, new student residences, all part of a dynamic university and an outstanding education.
What you doing, Brian?
I'm just putting my name and address in these bottles and sending them out to sea. Hopefully someone will find them and contact me someday.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Why do you torture me, Brian Henderson of 12 Maple Lane?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down, make it a Bud Light.
Brian. Nice to meet you.
Maximize your business potential. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. With an all-in-one multifunctional color imager from Sharp, you can combine the impact of color with the affordability of black and white output, all in one product. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. Local professionals who specialize in providing Sharp workgroup solutions to maximize your business potential. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company.
Welcome back to the Pavilion here at UIC. The Flames on top of the Northwestern Wildcats, 23-22, 11:03 remaining first half. Eric Collins alongside David Kaplan. And our next TV game involving the UIC Flames comes your way Saturday, January 3rd at high noon. Horizon League action as the Detroit Titans invade the Pavilion. Harry Watson always has an exciting club to watch. That is the next time you can catch the UIC Flames right here on Fox Sports Net. If you're there.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. If you guys can't come to the Pavilion, please pick us up somewhere on your television dial.
What time is that game?
High noon. Gary Cooper smiling.
High noon. So that means you can buy lunch after the game.
Sure. Before the game, I'll bring in lunch, and after the game, you can take me to dinner. How's that? A lot of wonderful restaurants here on the UIC campus.
Do a little Tuscany.
Big fan. Francesca.
Or a little Tufano's.
Never been there. I'd love to try it. Sure.
Tufano's.
As long as it's on
Joey
your dime.
DeBono's place. Oh, phenomenal.
Butch Poole rattles home his first free throw.
We're getting Al's Beef, a little Mario's Italian Ice after. All that's closed in the wintertime.
Elliott Poole, sophomore from Farragut High School, has highs of 10 points and 10 rebounds so far in his first go-around at the college game. Tim Young over to Wanchich. Parker now with basketball. Sophomore out of Lyle. Vukusic back in the game, hits a wide open to Tim Young. Can't give him that shot this year.
And the Cats go back on top. Shifting tide, ebb and flow early in this ballgame.
Tim now with 8 points. Elliott Poole turns around. A lot of traffic in there, but he finds the basket.
Boy, he is just a man inside.
He was fun to watch when he played at Farragut. Just such a strong inside player in the public league. 1 point game. Good a game as we thought we might have. From the corner, Vukusic can't hit it, and Poole with the rebound.
Well, Butch Poole, I mean, when he gets a rebound, he is a man. He looks at Jimmy Cousins, get me out, I'm tired. That's a young player. Veteran doesn't ask to come out.
Bailey picks up his dribble, gets it over to Bowen. Now Banks trying to do some magic. Kicks it over to his former high school teammate Bailey. Bailey to Banks, we've called that number before, and it works once again. Banks with a three-pointer.
I don't know what it is about Purple, but he loves to play against Northwestern.
DJ Parker over to Jim Young. Wanchich looking for his second three, can't hit it. Here comes Bailey and the boys the other way. Leaves it for his partner in crime. This time Cedric can't hit it, but he gets his own rebound. Bailey to Banks. Poole still in the game. Trying to get some garbage points, and he gets it before he goes takes the flow.
Katie bar the door. You throw it inside, guy will dance on your face all night long.
Elliott does have a Big Ten game. It's something that Wanchich and the Northwestern Wildcats are going to have to deal with. Points in the paint. The Flames are doubling their pleasure. They've got 12 points in the paint, just 6 for the Northwestern Wildcats. That's to be expected. Northwestern doesn't really have much of an inside game. They rely on the three-point shot.
They're going to get Butch Poole for the foul, and he starts him out of the ballgame now. He's tired.
Armand Williams will spell Mr. Poole. Armand comes back in so far today. He has 6 points. He's had a good offensive start. 6-point game. Tim Young using that quickness, gets to the glass and finishes with 2 men on him.
Don't know how he does what he does. He's the smallest guy on the court, yet he finds a way to get to the rim. He is the heart of a lion. This guy is just tremendous.
You got to give a lot of credit to Kevin O'Neill, the former coach at Northwestern, as Banks missed that shot long, to give to Tim Young a look and a scholarship. He doesn't really fit the profile of a Big Ten forward, but he is one of the best forwards in the Big Ten, and he has been for the last 4 years. Vukusic, 3 ball, nothing but net. 1-point game again as the Flames can't shake the Wildcats. Martell Bailey crosses the timeline. 7:40 remaining, first half. Bailey, the dribble drive. He gets in the lane. Looking for his first bucket, can't find it.
Good rebound. Good
Vukusic.
rebound. Jimmy up, pacing the sideline. You see him at the back of your screen there.
Again, Tim Young gets up higher and quicker than the bigger player. Bounce pass, Cedric Banks. Can't hit the triple. Long rebound pulled down by Parker. Head up on the dribble, looking for something in front of him. Instead goes behind him, and Vukusic hits the lamp and he's fouled.
That's a heck of a pass. That was an outstanding effort. Northwestern getting much more comfortable, Eric, running their break. Here comes T.J. Parker. That's a team that knows where their man's going to be. There's the hoop, there's the harm, and you see Parker pump his fist. Yes!
Vukusic now with 14 points. He was splendid his last game against Arizona State when he had a career-high 26. He's well on his way to even more than that this afternoon.
Well, he had a shoulder problem a year ago, had to have surgery, missed a lot of the season. That was a huge loss for this club. Getting him back, this team is one really solid big guy away from being a really good basketball team.
Ricky Dominguez back in for the first time, didn't play the last time out for the playing last Saturday. Sat on the bench the entire game. On the interior, Bowen, his first bucket.
Nice move. Use the baseline beautifully. Athletic move. Get up to the backboard and bank it home. You're Northwestern. You got to take that baseline away.
T.J. Parker kicks it over to Evans. Seacat gets it right back. Can't do anything against Ricky Dominguez. Instead, he'll reset offense with 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Kusic over to Parker. All right, little backdoor cut, nothing there. To Tim Young, another triple try. Way long. Armon Williams, the rebound.
Well, he's a little aggressive there. A little too quick to shoot that thing. Start feeling.
Can't blame Tim Young for getting a little bit excited. He's from right around here, grew up on the west side. Playing basketball with Cedric Banks and Martell Bailey. Martell, another bounce pass on the inside, and it bounces out of bounds after going off of Kusic's hand. So the Flames will retain possession, but we'll take a timeout first. But Kusic has been everything so far for the Wildcats. He leads everyone in scoring with 14.
And now, your downtown Toyota dealership, Grosinger City Toyota. Offering the lowest prices, huge selection, and convenient downtown service. With free pickup and drop-off, you'll never have to leave your home or office to have your vehicle serviced. So when it comes to scoring huge savings and unbeatable service, you gotta go to Grosinger City Toyota.
I'm faster to first and hit with more power.
I added 3 inches to my vertical.
Conventional wisdom says athletes are born, not made. I'm Mark Crabtree telling you conventional wisdom is wrong. The proof is Explosion, the training program of the Bulls and White Sox. Every day at our academy, Explosion helps young athletes throw faster, hit harder, jump higher, and run faster. Explosion works for the pros, and it will work for you.
For information about Explosion, call 630-PLAY-BALL or visit BullsSoxAcademy.com.
Kick off the 2004 White Sox baseball season at SoxFest, the team's annual fan festival, January 30th through February 1st at the Hyatt Regency Chicago. Book 1 or 2-night hotel accommodations at special White Sox discounted rates and receive free tickets to SoxFest. Join new manager Ozzie Guillen along with your favorite current and former White Sox stars. SoxFest features autograph sessions, baseball clinics and seminars, memorabilia exhibits, and more. To reserve your room at the Hyatt or for SoxFest ticket information, call the SoxFest hotline at 312-565-0769.
The best damn sports show, period. Weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to the UIC Pavilion, where Vedran Bakusic and the Northwestern Wildcats have not been very good guests. They have put on an offensive display. Bakusic already with 14 points, and we still have 5 minutes and change remaining in the first half.
Well, this is a guy who, European players come over and everyone says, well, they're finesse players. This guy is as tough a competitor as I've seen. And you see him take the hit, doesn't even flinch. Boom.
Traveling violation, Elliott Poole. Bakusic, just to finish off the thought, he is 5 for 6. Only shot he missed was a three-pointer. That's what's added up to 14 points for him.
You got a 14-10 advantage on the glass right now. Bakusic again.
This time he sneaks inside and gets the layup over Armon Williams.
This guy's becoming an all Big Ten caliber player.
16 points now for Bakusic. Martell Bailey working alongside Ricky Dominguez. Gets it over to Armon Williams. Doesn't take that shot very often, but he can hit it.
Says, hey, you're not going to come out and guard me? I'm going to show you that I can make it.
Fun player to watch is Armon Williams. Again inside. Juwanshitz this time walks before he gets this shot off, and the turnover will give the ball back to UIC.
Davor is not a post player. He is more of a forward. Help out inside, get a look at Bill Kerman, the fine coach. 2 really good coaches in this game. Different types of styles, but 2 outstanding coaches in Collins and Kerman.
2 coaches that have their roots in upstate New York. Bill Carmody played college ball in Union, which is just outside of Schenectady, New York. Jimmy Collins is from Syracuse before playing his collegiate basketball at New Mexico State, and then being drafted by the Chicago Bulls.
Okay, now watch this last play. Here comes a pass over the top. Now freeze it right here. Watch Seacat at the bottom of your screen. This guy is going to show you how you rotate down and play. That is outstanding defensive help. You rotate down, you say, hey, baby, that's mine, and gone the other way.
Seacat learned a thing or two playing high school basketball in Paoli, Indiana. Those Indiana guys seem to know what they're doing on the basketball floor.
They know how to play.
Cedric Banks back in the game, gets it over to Justin Bowen. Bowen, a lazy pass, has it knocked away by Berkusic. Whistle blows, and we're going to get Josip Petrusic into the game. It's going to be all four and all the time for both these teams. Taking a look at Berkusic. Elliot Poole goes back to the bench. He's replaced by Petrusic, who hasn't played much this year. Was sick over the last couple of weeks. Didn't really know what he had, but was not able to play the last 3 games. Ball kicked out of bounds by Cedric Banks. A little bit of carelessness, and it'll belong to the Wildcats. Up by 1.
You know what I really like about watching this game? Sure, there's always some jawing going on between the players, but
steal by Banks on the inbounds play, and he finishes.
Just giving away a basket for Northwestern, and really credit Ced Banks for a great hustle play and an outstanding job to finish. You don't see trash talking out here. As I said, two guys will jaw at each other a little bit, but guys just play hard.
Armon Williams, this could be fun, and he can get up with 2 hands. He finishes it, and USC on a mini run. They're now up by 3.
Well, that's a flush with authority. I mean, he goes up and rips it down.
Armon Williams, the former Illinois high school dunk champion. A couple of years ago, he won the slam dunk contest in conjunction with the IHSA state championships down in Peoria. Didn't give us full repertoire that time. Launch it.
Just delivered.
Parker fading to his left and comes up short. Bowen the rebound over to Banks. Cedric Banks, the point guard, with just 5 on the floor. Martell Bailey not in the game. Cap, you think that if Cedric Banks is going to improve his stock in front of the pro scouts, he's going to have to learn how to play the point guard a little bit better.
Well, he's going to have to show that he can handle the ball and run an offense. He's tiny as a 2-guard compared to what you see in the NBA, but if you say I can use him at either spot, like a Jamal Crawford type guy, he's a different kind of player.
Berkusic, bottle up, gets it over to Dewancic. To Tim Young.
Illegal screen, Dewancic.
Dewancic, personal foul number 2. 48 remaining first half. 5-point game. Flames on top of the Wildcats. 41-36. Armon Williams making it happen, rocking the rim.
It's time for Sparky.
Everything is so fresh.
I wonder who her caterer is.
It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to produce markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on, Patricia, who is it?
I got everything at Jewel. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Jewel, helping make your life easier.
How's it going, John? Before there's money, there's work.
How's the day, Marcia?
Busy.
Bring him on.
It's a cross-platform
Application using the XUL interface.
Sounds great. Do it.
People over profits.
No.
Contracts need to go out tonight. Great. John, call your wife.
Oh. What about Uzbekistan?
We're going to take a bath on this.
I'll deal with this tomorrow.
LaSalle, the bank that appreciates your hard work.
And now, your downtown Toyota dealership, Grossinger City Toyota. Offering the lowest prices, huge selection, and convenient downtown service. With free pickup and drop-off, you'll never have to leave your home or office to have your vehicle serviced. So when it comes to scoring huge savings and unbeatable service, you gotta go to Grossinger City Toyota.
UIC on top of Northwestern by 5. Sparky the Dragon enjoying things here at the Pavilion.
Best mascot in the country.
Well, Holiday Hoops in Chicago meets UIC in Illinois at the United Center on Tuesday, December 30th at 7 o'clock. See the battle of former local high school stars led by Martell Bailey and Cedric Banks of UIC, along with Illinois point guard D. Brown. Tickets are going fast, so call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212 to reserve your seats today. You can also go to UICFlames.com. UIC in Illinois, December 30th at the United Center. 5-point game, 2:34 remaining. First half.
16-10 rebound advantage now, UIC's way.
Cedric Banks still working the point. Gets it over to Justin Bowen. Ricky Dominguez shuffled the feet before he got the move going.
He saw that seam, caught it in his haste to make a play. Didn't get the ball on the deck quickly.
Jimmy Collins has seen some ups and downs so far in this game. His team has played well offensively, but they haven't been able to stop the Wildcats on a regular basis. Vucic has been stellar offensively over to Tim Young.
He got 16, and I don't think he's really asserted himself yet.
Von Tolich now into the game, first time for the Wildcats. Tim Young has a shot blocked from behind by Bowen. Loose ball, and Tim Young wants it badly. They're going to call a jump ball. It's going to remain with the Northwestern Wildcats. Give Tim Young some credit for the heart there. He went in there against Elliott Poole.
Does he battle or what? Butch Poole, I mean, he is a man. And Tim Young said, hey, I don't care how big you are, I'm going after him.
Well, Northwestern retains possession. Coming off a screen, Vucic, another bucket. He now has 18.
Duck on automatic.
3-point game. Vucic is from Split, Croatia. One of 3 Croatians.
That's the home
Bill Carmody's Tony Kukoc. They drink Yupi over there. That's what these kids like. It's an orange-flavored soda. I've had it before. Talked with Tony Kukoc about that a number of times years ago.
Isn't that the name of the Expos mascot?
Yupi, oh sure. And he's orange.
The guy's destructive.
Tony Kukoc isn't particularly careful until I told him I had Yupi in my lifetime. That changed everything. Big fan.
Is it good?
For if you're 8 years old and you like the sweets, sure. Evan Seacat.
How did you get a bottle of Yupi?
Well, as a kid, my parents thought it'd be educational to go over there.
Oh, you've been to Yugoslavia?
All I wanted to do was play baseball. I didn't play baseball. I always wanted to play soccer with him. To Tim Young. Long-range jump shot, no good. Seacat will try from behind the arc, and Evan Seacat, his first dribble.
Knotted with an inside a minute to go.
41-41. Be interesting to see what these two coaches talk about in their locker rooms, trying to figure each other out. Timeout is called. As Jimmy Collins wants to talk things over. Well, coming up at the half, right here on Fox Sports Net. No need to change the channel. Our own Gail Fisher has a wonderful feature on the 2 seniors from Westinghouse High School who have matriculated here to UIC. Cedric Banks and Martell Bailey go way back, and their story is a wonderful one. We'll also have an interview with Dr. George Kondo. Dave Kaplan will be in charge of that one. You've done your research, you're ready to go.
I have. Dr. George Kondos, he is the cardiology department.
Actually, UIC is one of the leading research institutions. David Rosen has even more information. UIC, everyone in the know, is highly respected in terms of the research that they do, particularly medical research, because of its affiliation with the hospitals right across the street. Well, 46 seconds remaining. Aaron Carr will trigger the inbound pass. Gets it over to Martell Bailey.
We just got a new bobblehead over here. J.J. Jumper brought us a gift.
Turnaround, Martell Bailey, his second bucket. Bailey now with 4 points. J.J. Jumper, you see him all over college arenas now. Green kind of just, wow. A big smile on his face, orange hair. Orange hair.
He looked good with orange hair.
Michael Jenkins has just checked into the game. That's Jenkins with the basketball. Gets it over to Seacat. Tim Young in the corner. Tim Young, left-handed shot, misses. Tolis the rebound. Seacat can't hit 2 in a row. Instead, Poole with the rebound. Here comes Aaron Carr. Over to Williams. He's going to need to fire for shot. No, that's Cedric Banks. Shot is off the mark, and that'll do it. 20 minutes of action in the books. Cedric Banks and the UIC Flames with a 2-point lead, 43-41. Both teams will retreat to their locker rooms and try and solve the other team's offense.
We got a doozy going here.
What we expected and more. Tim Young has been as advertised. So has Vedran Vucic for the Northwestern Wildcats. The Flames up by 2 on the Wildcats at half.
For business professionals, multitasking is a daily challenge. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. Smart, sensible network office solutions that take on your challenges and simplify how you manage documents and information. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. Integrated functionality, simple connectivity, and exceptional product versatility that helps you multitask and communicate more powerfully. Work simple, work smart. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company.
Before there's money, there's work.
I think it's very, snug and nest-like. Whoa, this is real linoleum.
I thought so.
Do you travel much?
What?
Well,
We'll take it.
Really? That's great.
LaSalle, the bank that appreciates your hard work.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
Welcome back to the Gordon Flesh halftime report. We're here at the Pavilion at UIC. The Flames on top of the Wildcats, 43-41. The Flames with those 43 points, 15 have come from their seniors, Martell Bailey and Cedric Banks. Gail Fisher has their story.
My name is Cedric Banks.
My name is Martell Bailey.
And this
is our story.
They grew up on Chicago's West Side. Two kids with similar backgrounds and a similar dream.
Hoop, yo, it's 10 o'clock in the park, getting dark, but you still gotta hit this last shot. Hoop, yo.
Cedric Banks and Martell Bailey are fulfilling their dreams on the college court, where they're getting national attention as one of the best backcourts in the country. Last year, Bailey led the nation in total assists, while Banks was the league's fourth leading scorer. He's currently the preseason pick for Player of the Year.
These guys have played with each other so long that they know each other's tendencies. And so that's why they play so well together, because just an eye twitch or a nod of a head tells the other one what the other one wants to do.
Hoop, yo.
For Banks and Bailey, their hoop dreams started at this playground on Chicago's West Side. It's here where they honed their basketball skills, and what they lacked in size, they made up for in heart, determination, and eventually talent. But it wasn't all about basketball. This is also the place Banks and Bailey forged a strong bond, one that's been inseparable for the past 9 years.
you can't break us apart. And we like that. We was like that close, so we still are.
From the playground, the two made their mark at Westinghouse High School, losing only 3 games their entire career. Their chemistry off the court translated to a certain telepathy on the court, and recruiters soon took notice. But only one college coach knew 2 was better than 1.
It was interesting in recruiting them because I knew that if I could chase one down, I would find the other one.
At UIC, Coach Jimmy Collins provided Banks and Bailey with the tools they needed to become better players and better people, helping them through some tough academic struggles their freshman year.
I guess you could call it like tough love.
Off the court, we can go up to his office and talk to him at any time if we got any problems, and he gives advice.
Now the 2 are thriving and on track to graduate on time. Though they have separate dorm rooms, you'll still rarely see one without the other. If Banks opts for the NBA draft, this year may be the end of a 9-year basketball partnership. But don't worry, nothing can break them apart.
I think 5 years from now, 10 years, 20 years from now, I think one will know where the other one is and can put his thumb right on the location.
Because basketball is temporary, friendship is for life.
Yeah.
Well, Cedric Banks with 11, Martell Bailey 4 in the first half. The Flames on top by 2. We will continue with the Gordon Flesh halftime report in a moment. Stick around, everyone.
The University of Illinois at Chicago, the largest university in the city, with the nation's largest medical school, renowned faculty, award-winning students, state-of-the-art research facilities, new student residences. All part of a dynamic university and an outstanding education.
Everything is so fresh.
I wonder who her caterer is.
It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to produce markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on, Patricia, who is it?
I got everything at Jewel. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Jewel, helping make your life easier.
Before there's money, there's work.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Good luck.
What? Schmetterman? Nickelberg? Would Nickelwines and Chowski O'Twee and the partners, Van Hankelhar O'Twee and partners, how may I help you? Schmetterman, Nickelberg, Wachowski, Cartuccio, Van Hankelhar O'Twee and partners. Schmetterman, Nickelberg, Wachowski, Cartuccio, Van Hankelhar O'Twee and partners, how can I help you?
LaSalle, the bank that appreciates your hard work.
Unstoppable. In the 20 pages of Metromix every Wednesday, and it still comes back for more kind of way.
Ready! And with no timeouts, he goes back to pass. Oh, no! It hit him right in the big red ball!
Thrilling. In a fun-to-read, not so fun to throw to on 4th and 7 kind of way.
Welcome back to the Pavilion on the campus of the University of Illinois at Chicago. I'm David Kaplan. We are at halftime UIC, a 2-point lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. And I'm joined by Dr. George Condos. He is with the University of Illinois at Chicago Medical Center, Department of Cardiology, something near and dear to my heart. People out there who could be in great shape have no idea that they could be at major risk for heart disease.
Absolutely correct. 1 out of 3 people are going to die of heart disease, the #1 cause of death in men, the #1 cause of death in postmenopausal women.
Now, cholesterol is one thing people check, but if people are at home watching, what are a couple things that you would tell them, tips or things they should look out for to prevent it?
Most important thing is assess your risk factors. If you've got high blood pressure, diabetes, a family history, or anything else that predisposes you to heart disease, you have to normalize those. In addition to that, cholesterol is very important, but there are other blood tests that you can get, which are specialized blood tests, which help us determine what your risk is of having a cardiac event.
Now, I'm someone who went through a long heart surgery way back 12 years ago. I work out 5-6 days religiously. People out there need to understand that 20 minutes at least of sustained cardio or some type of sweat 3 days a week can save their life.
Right. It's not only 3 days a week, it's at least 20 to 30 minutes 5 days a week of sweat. So that doesn't mean gardening, cooking, cleaning. It's 20 to 30 minutes of sweat. Additionally, at the University of Illinois, we're able to early detect heart disease by scanning people, and it takes about 5 minutes to get a scan. You hold your breath 2 times, and it better assesses your risk of developing vascular disease.
Well, Doctor, it's a very important topic. Appreciate you taking time and enjoy the holiday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right. That is Dr. George Condos from UIC. We've got highlights and stats coming up. We've got a doozy. Don't go away. More coming up on Fox Sports Net.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
Everything is so fresh.
I wonder who her caterer is.
It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to produce markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on, Patricia, who is it?
At Jewel. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Jewel, helping make your life easier.
Totally Football is your inside source for gridiron news.
Jay, you were actually the one who called Keyshawn to tell him he was being deactivated.
Insider Jay Glazer breaks the story before anyone else.
I spoke to some team officials today, and they do think that there's a good chance he can get a year's suspension.
In Inside the Huddle, behind the scenes and breaking news.
Test positive for THC, you're going to have a 4-game ban.
Totally Football, weeknights on Fox Sports Net.
It's not my style to stand back when people need help. So imagine how helpless I felt, having to stand by and watch my family lose its battle with pancreatic cancer. Please give to the Lustgarten Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research. We've made strides, and with your help, we can fund more research to find a cure. We're not standing by. Neither should you. I hope you'll join us.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weekdays on Fox Sports Net.
Welcome back to the Gordon Flesh halftime report. UIC on top of the Northwestern Wildcats, trying to take down their second consecutive Big Ten opponent here at the UIC Pavilion. And let's take a look at the first half highlights, and it was all Vedran Bakusic. He was lights out here at the Pavilion. 16 points for the kid from Split, Croatia. There's Jim Young making a long ball. Martell Bailey get to the rim nicely.
Well, Martell Bailey, look at that pass inside to Armand Williams. That's just outstanding threading of the needle. Then you see the jumper from the perimeter. Seth Banks lighting it up from 3. Seth Banks always plays well against Northwestern last year, a huge day. But Vedran Bakusic, a huge afternoon. There's Armand Williams. You don't play me honestly, I'm going to make you pay for it. Get a look at the statistical breakdown. Both teams shoot the ball extremely well from the floor. 56 to 53. 3-point field goals, 7 for NU. Assists even, 13. Points off turnovers, almost even. Rebounding goes UIC's way, though. 18-13, and they do have a 2-point.
Well, something the Northwestern Wildcats need to be aware of. UIC have won their last 23 games when they shoot 50% from the field. So far in the first 20 minutes, they're shooting a blistering 56% from the field. Let's see if Cedric Banks and the Flames can keep on keeping on. They're up by 2.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
Everything is so fresh.
I wonder who her caterer is.
It's me. I'm the caterer.
You? You drove all the way to produce markets and bakeries?
With your schedule, please.
Come on, Patricia, who is it?
I got everything at Jewel. What, you think I have a fancy chef back there with a tall white hat and a funny accent?
Can I have his number?
Jewel, helping make your life easier.
Max, you're killing me. Hey, everybody jamming. Hey, man. She jamming, they jamming too. Can a brother get a Bud Light, man?
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down. Make it a Bud Light.
And now, your Tap Toyota dealership, Grossinger City Toyota. Offering the lowest prices, huge selection, and convenient downtown service. With free pickup and drop-off, you'll never have to leave your home or office to have your vehicle serviced. So when it comes to scoring huge savings and unbeatable service, you gotta go to Grossinger City Toyota.
We're back here on the west side. Pavilion is our venue. The UIC Flames on top of the Northwestern Wildcats. 43-41 after the first 20 minutes. Both teams have retreated to the locker rooms to try to figure out what they want to do differently in the second half. Let's take a look at the leading scorers for both teams. Both teams with 2 guys in double digits. Armand Williams leading the way for the Flames. He's got 12. Cedric Banks, well, his average on the season is 19. He's close to that at 11, at least the halfway point. But Vedran Bakusic is the real story. Came into today's action averaging 13 points. He's He's already got 5 more than that in the first 20 minutes. He's at 18. And Tim Young has also played a very solid game. He normally leads the Wildcats in scoring at 18, and at the break, he's already got 12 points. We'll take one final timeout. No, we will not. We're going to stay right here as we get ready for second half action. Eric Collins, David Kaplan bringing you UIC Flames basketball as Jimmy Collins going over the final instructions to the Troopers. Welcome everyone to the West Side here in Chicago. The UIC Pavilion is our venue. The UIC Flames taking on the Big Ten's Northwestern Wildcats for the first 20 minutes. Well, almost a tie. 43-41, a very closely contested game. I'm Eric Collins alongside David Kaplan. And in the first half, it was all offense for both these two teams. Vedran Pakusic for Northwestern leading the way. He had 18 points for NU. They shot 53% from the field, while the UIC Flames, all they did was shoot 56%, David.
Well, both teams lit it up. This is the young man right there you better watch. Vedran Pakusic. I said earlier in the ballgame, he's developing into an all Big Ten caliber player. Score, rebound, defend, and an unbelievable pass.
Second half just getting started. In case you missed the first half, you're watching the NC Wake Forest game, the triple overtime affair. You can see this game in its entirety right here on Fox Sports Net tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. You may want to catch that because the first half was wonderfully played by both these two teams. And it's starting out in an exciting fashion with Martell Bailey knocking home the leaner from 10 feet.
Martell more aggressive at the last couple of ball games, looking to score a little bit, but he's still the third best assist man in the country. And Tim Young going to the line.
Tim Young, double figures in the first half. He put up 12 points on 5 of 11 shooting. He took more shots than anyone else in the first half. And Jimmy Collins talking things over with the guy who he considers his eyes and ears on the floor, his senior point guard, Martell Bailey.
Yeah, that's what he told us last week. I interviewed Jimmy before the game last week, and his comment was, that's me. I'm on the floor in Martell. And that's what you want in your point guard.
And Tim Young knocks home 2 free throws. On the year, he's a 67% free thrower. And we're back to a 2-point game. Martell Bailey, kid from Westinghouse High School, guarded by T.J. Parker. Carr, back over to Bailey. Aaron Carr can hit that shot, made one in the first half. Ball tipped away. Joe Scott had a quiet first half, but he starts off with a bang here in the second half. The hoop and the foul.
Well, that's being in the right place at the right time, E.C. That pass should have been stolen. It's knocked away to Joe Scott, and he goes up, catches the defender on his hip, hoop in the arm. I mean, Pakusic was in the passing lane. Joe Scott gets it done on the block and then finishes.
Joe Scott, his first deuce. This is the free throw. Mohammed Hashad gets it over to T.J. Parker, the younger brother of Tony Parker, the world champion San Antonio Spurs. To Tim Young, bounce pass to Wancic. Pakusic. Parker. Out of ball movement to Bill Carmody's troop. Now Parker gets to the rim and he's fouled before he can put up the left-handed layup.
They're going to get set banks. On a bump, on a pass, no shot. But you cannot put a hand on the man at all. He was riding him down the lane. Nice crowd on hand here at UIC. A lot of fun. They've really done a number of wonderful things here. David Rosengard, their wonderful marketing associate athletic director, Jim Schmidt, the AD, they do a fabulous job at making this a very family-oriented experience.
Mohammed Hashad, Wancic, Hashad back with the basketball, pushes off with the left arm and misses the jump shot. That was obvious, Captain.
That was Michael Jordan on Brian Russell.
Martell Bailey, swing pass, Aaron Carr, a little too long, gets his own rebound, almost knocked that out of bounds, can't finish with the left hand. Loose ball, and again, Carr wants it more than anyone else. Another triple, and this time he makes it. 3 to make 1 for Mr. Carr.
Yep, that's just effort. Follow your shot, all you good young players at home. Follow your shot, battle. He gets 3 chances, and he gets a triple out of it.
50-43, the Flames the first to the half-century mark. To Tim Young, spin move. Gets away from Bailey and finishes off the glass. Good move.
You know, he's really a center in a small man's body. He knows how to play inside.
I'm going to date myself, but he reminds me of Perry McDonald.
Oh, my God, I coached Perry McDonald. From Georgetown?
Georgetown, the former Gold Glove boxing champion.
That's right, from New Orleans, Louisiana.
From Isidore Newman High School.
We get an offensive foul
on T.J. Parker. Out of control, and one-point guard rolls into the other one.
Well, let's take a look. You make the call, Glenn Mayborg, the official. Tough call, very tough call to make. Here it comes right into your lazy boy. That's probably the right call. It's close, very close.
For T.J. Parker, he now has 2 personal fouls to go along with his 3 points. He's been quiet offensively. Scott swings it to Banks. Bounce past Bailey. He can do some work down there on the block. Good spin move, and he knocks home the layup.
He just ate up T.J. Parker there. Fabulous spin move baseline.
Both he and his brother David, who's a star at Loyola, have that good low post game, even though they're both about 5'10", 5'11". To Tim Young, trying to get it to Vukusic. Vukusic has been quiet here in the second half. Parker picks up his dribble.
Offensive
foul on Vukusic. Vedran, personal foul number 2. He has not scored anything so far in the second half.
He shakes his hand and he asks the official, what did I do?
A little acting like
still shaking his head. His Vedran.
Flames getting hot here in the Inferno. UIC Pavilion has been a very hospitable home for the Flames. They're 2-0 on the year.
You better get out and get a hand up on this man.
Eric Carr knocks home the bucket.
We saw him a week ago, Eric, in the second half, over 20 points.
Finished with 23 against Illinois State. He had just 2 at the half. He had 21 points after the break. The ball goes in and out of the hands of Tim Young. A turnover will give the ball back to UIC.
I think they're going to check to see if the Carr bucket was a 3 or a 2. That's a 2. It's a long 2. Talk to Glenn Mayborg, the official, who's got the basketball right there on the baseline. This year, the rule's been changed. You must use the monitor to look at a buzzer beater at the end of the half, a buzzer beater at the end of the ball game, and you may use the monitor to determine a 2 or a 3, and if you've got the right player going to the line on a foul. But at the end of a game, at the end of half, it is mandatory that you use the monitor to confirm if the ball beat the buzzer shot.
Goal is accuracy. Eric Carr trying to make 2 jumpers in a row. This time, he's behind the line. 5 consecutive points. The kid from Lincoln Park High School. Biggest lead of the day for the Flames. They're up by a cool dozen. Ivan Tolish has just checked in for Northwestern. The big fellow with the basketball. Hands it over to Tim Young. Parker has been silent offensively. Misses another jump shot. Goes out of bounds. It'll belong to UIC. So the whistle blows. We'll have our first time out of the second half. Cedric Banks, Arlon Williams, and Eric Carr feeling it here in the second half. Carr has come out smoking. He's got 5 buckets. UIC up by 12.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
The University of Illinois at Chicago, the largest university in the city, with the nation's largest medical school, renowned faculty, award-winning students, state-of-the-art research facilities, new student residences, all part of a dynamic university and an outstanding education.
Maximize your business potential. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. With an all-in-one multifunctional color imager from Sharp, you can combine the impact of color with the affordability of black and white output, all in one product. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company. Local professionals who specialize in providing Sharp workgroup solutions to maximize your business potential. Sharp from the Gordon Flesh Company.
Tonight, must-see television on Fox Sports Net. The LeBron Show comes to Chicago. After the game, stick around for a very special Chevy Bulls Free, featuring interviews with LeBron James and Darius Miles. We'll also look at Jay Williams' return to the UC. Bulls Cavs after the game, right here on Fox Sports Net. David Kaplan, a lot of people excited about what's going on in Cleveland these days.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's a lot of fun. And LeBron, obviously. We had Jay Williams on our radio show last night, Tom Waddle, and I spoke with him. And I think it's the only radio interview he's done, and he was outstanding.
Spirits up?
Phenomenal. We just keep praying for him.
5 minutes into the second half. Interior pass batted away from Elliott Poole, and they're going to say he's the last one that touched the basketball.
He says,
all along
I didn't touch it.
Well, New West Realty, the Near West Side's #1 realtor for sales, leasing, property management, and development. Visit our website at nwrchicago.com. That's New West Realty, the Near West Side's #1 realtor. Armand Williams whistles for a personal foul.
All right, now,
defensively.
If you watch his facial expression, he said, I didn't touch it. And the official, Bill Kaminsky, said, you were grabbing him as you went through the lane.
Armand can't complain. That's just his first personal. Northwestern looking for answers. T.J. Parker over to Hashad.
Man-to-man defense out of UIC. They enjoy, as you said, a cool dozen is their lead.
Vukusic has yet to score in the second half. Forces the issue. Loses the handle. Picked up by Williams. Over to Bailey. Bailey to Banks. Another assist for Martell.
Boy, he finishes as well in transition as any guy you'll see all season long. I don't care what level you watch. He is as good a finisher on the break, and his buddy passing the ball is outstanding.
Cedric now with 13 points. Vukusic thought he was open back door, didn't get the basketball. Instead, T.J. Parker slows things up. 13 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Parker takes it out. Vukusic thought better of it. Dewanshich. Long three, no good. Rebound pulled down by Young.
What a rebound.
Tim Young, so strong for a small man, and he's upset for some reason. Oh, I thought he called an offensive one. Why was he upset?
Ball dropped out. It didn't go down.
Oh, it didn't go in.
Did not go down.
I'll pay attention next time.
That ball was halfway down. Watch this. Watch this rebound. Go up, outwork Ced Magno. Watch this thing sit.
I can't believe that
it
didn't go in.
out.
So instead of getting 2 free throws, makes the first as Jatim. Now, great story about Jatim Young. He's a kid, as Evan Seacat comes in, who grew up on the west side. Best of friends with the backcourt mates of UIC, Martell Bailey and Cedric Banks. He lived 5 minutes away from Westinghouse if he wanted to walk to the park to get there. Instead, his grandmother said, I want you to go to Gordon Tech.
All the way up on the north side.
Goes to Gordon Tech, which took him an hour and 15 minutes to get to. He would have to take 2 different buses, leave his house at 5:45 in the morning. Talking about Jatim Young. He did that instead of walking the 5 minutes to get to Westinghouse. And because he went to Gordon Tech and got away from his buddies, he was able to blossom on his own, had a wonderful high school career. Cedric Martell had wonderful high school careers as well. Earned a scholarship at Northwestern, and he's set to graduate in the spring.
That's an outstanding story. Let me ask you this, Eric Collins. What does the name Jatim mean?
I have no idea.
It means I love you in French.
What did you say to me? Oh, that's funny.
It means I love you, Mr. Magoo, in French.
That's the extra layer you'll get from David Kaplan, peeling back the onion.
That's what you and I like to do, just keep peeling back another layer.
Jatim Young, this time gets the layup to fall, makes it a 10-point game. 13-12 remaining. Jatim now with 20. That's 2 more than his season average. He has now moved in to 14th place all-time in the NU annals in scoring, just past Andre Good. so far today, he's passed Brian Schwabe and Andre Good.
Brian Schwabe out of Mercer Island, Washington.
High school teammate of
Quinn Snyder,
head coach for the Missouri Tigers.
That's right.
Aaron Carr, the kid from Lincoln Park.
Andre Good from where?
He's a Chicago kid.
Rockford East.
Oh,
His coach, Ike Johnson.
Didn't know all that. The layers of onion being ripped away by David Kaplan. Duwancic now trying to get something going, gets to his point guard. T.J. Parker, inside pass, Bailey. Look at Bailey. Whistle for the foul is Martell. Martell now letting personal fouls to go along with his 8 points. UIC on top by 13 points. Ties their largest lead of the game. Joe Scott comes back in, replacing Aaron Carr. Elliot Poole will also go and sit down, and in comes Justin Bowen. Bakusic hits the three-pointer.
Big basket.
Big basket.
Reel him back in, now it's 10.
That's his first bucket of the second half. He's got 21. Remember, on Wednesday against Arizona State, he had a career-high 26 in their big win over the Sun Devils. Low post, Armon Williams. Can't get anything going, so gets to Martell. Martell has worked on his shot and gets the dribble the ball.
Well, when you go double the post, you swing it back out top. T.J. Parker showed himself, but really didn't come out aggressive enough, and Martell had a crack at daylight. He buried the three.
Martell with 11 points. 13 is his high on the year. In the corner, Seacat can hit that, misses it. Armon Williams out to Cedric Banks, who's running out. Doesn't like the numbers game. He'll set things up with his buddy, former Westinghouse Warrior teammate, Martell Bailey. Interior pass led Williams perfectly. He can't finish because he's fouled.
Well, a week ago we saw UIC at a similar juncture with a 65-43 lead, and they frittered it almost all away. Here you watch the outstanding pass, and there's the foul that will send him to the line.
Duwancic has just fouled out. That familiar tune you hear in the background hit the road jack. It's being played for the junior from Split, Croatia. Take a look at Armon Williams. He has just fouled out. Davor Duwancic. So no more big fella. Their starting center is sitting down next to Bill Carmody.
Well, that one hurts, but if you're in Bill Carmody's shoes, what good did it have to sit him down on the bench with 4? You're down 13. You're on the road against a really good team. That man says, hey, we're just going to have to play. We'll have to learn to play without him.
Duwancic was averaging 31 minutes of playing time.
Good rebound by Seacat.
He'll have to sit down for the remaining 11:32.
Ced Banks was ready to sneak in there.
Armon Williams misses both free throws. Trying to go back doors, but Bakusic is picked off by Bowen. 13-point lead for the Flames. On the year, they're 8-2, 2-0 at home. This is their second best start ever in the history of this program. Jimmy Collins has one better start. It was in 97-98. And they went 10-1 in their first 11 games.
I think they're going to get Joe Scott.
It is indeed on the senior from Stagg High School, South Suburban. We'll take a timeout. 11:05 remaining. 65-52. Flames on top of the Cats.
Unstoppable. In the 20 pages of Metromix every Wednesday, and it still comes back for more kind of way.
Ready! And with no timeouts, he goes back to pass. Oh, no! It hit him right in the big red ball!
Thrilling. In a fun to read, not so fun to throw to on 4th and 7 kind of way.
Real man of genius.
Bud Light salutes you, Mr. Pro Wrestling Wardrobe Designer.
Pro wrestling wardrobe designer.
Pushing fashion to its limits, you pair leather boots with a thong.
Oh, looking good.
An understated way of saying, I'm going to rip your head off and look fabulous doing it. So make it a Bud Light, mister, because without you, a man crushing another man's head in his arms would just look silly.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
Bill Carmody last year said, you know what, why not? We should have this type of rivalry going on in the city. Now, Bill is really the first person in a major conference in the area from a major school to step forward and say that. And so we're very blessed that he's working at Northwestern, and we're very pleased to have an opportunity to compete.
There's Bill Carmody. Jimmy Collins saying some very complimentary things about his counterpart up in Evanston. And David, I think we're at an age now where all the big coaches here in Division I and Chicagoland area, Larry Farmer, Loyola, Dave Lato, DePaul, they all want to play each other and see who's the best in Chicago.
And that's the way it should be. I don't like hearing, I'm not going to play that school, I don't want to go in there, or I don't want have anything to do with that coach. I think every coach in the state would be willing to play each other. And this is the best state for prep basketball in America. No reason that the colleges don't meet. And I really tip my cap to Bill Carmody for playing a UIC team that he knew was extremely talented when he set the schedule.
Well, Bill Carmody needs to get his team ready for Big Ten play, and by coming in and taking on these guys who just are pumpers, guys who really know how to play the game and play hard, his team is better for it, even if they don't get the win every year.
Well, as you look at him, nice tie, by the way, Coach, holiday theme. I watched them early in the season because I do a number of their games on radio as well, and when I watched Northwestern early, I said, boy, they really don't look very good. Then I had them the other night, and they beat Arizona State, and I saw them battle in a couple other games. That man can flat out coach. His system is outstanding. They're one big guy away, as I said earlier, a big man who can really help them inside from being a heck of a basketball player.
In the first 20 minutes of play, we really saw what they can do offensively. With Tim Young and Bakusic making big shots, T.J. Parker running the show. They were very exciting to watch. Vince Scott is now checked into the game for the first time. Evans T-Cat's pass goes wayward, and Scott saves the basketball, and they're going to call it an over and back. I'm a little bit surprised. It was Armand Williams who fired the ball back. I thought the change of possession, they couldn't get an over and back call.
Well, no, what happened is Vince Scott left the back court and then caught it before he made contact with the front court. So his last possession, once that ball comes into the front court,
he caught it in the front court and then stepped to the back court.
I think what happened was he left the back court, stepped into the front, but before he stepped down and made contact with both feet, you have to reestablish your front court position.
Cedric Banks, another bucket. Three-point shooting this half has been all UIC. They're 5 out of 6 from behind the arc, and NU just 1 out of 6. And because of that, Bill Carmody needs to use a timeout and make sure everyone's on the same page. The Flames are scorching in the second half. They've already scored 27 points in the first 10 minutes and change of this period. Cedric Banks knocking home the triple. He is now posted 13 points. I'm sorry, he's now got 16 points after that triple. And that leads the way for UIC.
We're going to see if we can re-rack that over and back call and show you just what happened. The way the rule reads, if you step into the backcourt with both feet and then you jump in the air to catch the pass, that's your last point where you're at. Now here comes the save by Armand Williams. Let's see if we can get it on this look. Now there's Vince Scott. See, he's over the line. He left the front court, caught the ball, and landed in the backcourt.
Okay, he didn't establish possession in the backcourt when he caught the basket.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, we're splitting hairs here, and we should be talking about the bigger picture. It's an 18-point game for the UIC Flames. They look real good. In the preseason, they were voted as the favorites to win the Horizon League. Have you seen anything, David, to lead you to believe that they shouldn't be through their first 10 games?
No, they're the best team in the Horizon League this year. And if 10 years from now they have a reunion and they didn't win the Horizon League, they're going to sit around and pinch themselves. We messed up. We had the best team. Look at those stats.
Those are non-conference numbers. The Horizon League gets started next week. Of all the teams in the Horizon League, UIC leads in scoring margin, winning by an average of almost 10 points a game. Turnover margin, that's another big stat for the way that UIC plays. They have a frenetic game plan that really disrupts their opponents, yet they don't get flustered.
Well, I think Jimmy has had a chance now to be here for a few years, have a veteran staff. You see Mark Coombs there, one of his top assistants. He, as I said to you last week, Jimmy has now had a chance, had time, unlike Bill Carmody, who hasn't had a number of recruiting classes yet. Jimmy has had the chance to shop for all the groceries and cook the meat. And now the meal is starting to look like it could be gourmet variety.
It's like that. It's simmering.
It is percolating.
Bakusic has his ball tipped and plucked out of the air by Cedric Banks. 18-point lead for UIC. Martell Bailey, third in the country in assists, gets it over to Joe Scott, who swings it to Mr. Banks. One Warrior from Westinghouse over to the other one. And this time, Martell Bailey's pass is slapped away.
You don't know about that foul.
It's going to be against Northwestern. Vince Scott gets called for routine on that pass.
Boy, I didn't see that.
Aaron Carr will come back in the game. He'll replace Justin Bowen. He'll sit next to Mark Coons. So Joe Scott will go to the free throw line as the UIC Flames are already in the bonus. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. Joe Scott hit the century mark in games played with his start today. He's been a starter for the most of his 4-year career playing for Jimmy Collins. Kid came out, wasn't a big recruit coming out of Stagg High School. Was a good player for the Chargers, but wasn't really a national player, but he's really made something out of himself.
They actually picked UIC over Northwestern. Kevin O'Neill, the then coach at Northwestern, really wanted it.
Joe Scott hits one, misses the other, but UIC gets the rebound. Aaron Carr, left-handed dribble. Swings it back over to Cedric Banks. He's so quick. Gives it up, ball batted around, and it's blasted off of Joe Scott's fingertips. It'll belong to Northwestern. Immediately following our game, don't forget, we will have Chicago Bulls basketball. They take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in a battle at the United Center.
You're a big Cavs guy.
Now that they're wearing the wine and gold again, big fan of those uniforms. That's all I really care about is the uniform.
A nice move there by Mohammed Hashad, just didn't finish.
Hashad has had a quiet game. He has yet to score. Try to get some offense going. We will have a pregame show. Damon Andrews, Gail Fisher, Norm Van Leer. They're already at the United Center, getting ready. Talk to Jay Williams. Have interviews with LeBron James, Darius Miles. Armand Williams gets the bucket to Tim Young quickly the other way, pushed out of bounds by Aaron Carr.
Well, this one's starting to get away in a big way from Northwestern, and it's not indicative of the type of game we saw at the half. It was a one-point game, and you really thought Northwestern had a chance to spring the upset. They just never left the locker room in the second half. They're just flat.
At the half, it was 43-41, both teams shooting well over 50%. Just like you said, Cap, in the second half, it has been all Flames. Jimmy Collins' speech obviously was better than Bill Carmody's.
It was just, they're flat. It's just, they've run out of gas. UIC red hot, that can make you look flat.
Tim Young makes 2 free throws. That was the first bucket made by almost 2 minutes. Jimmy Collins sends Elliot Poole back into the game. And Armand Williams will sit down next to him. Cedric Banks, right-hand dribble, closely guarded by Mohammed Hashad. 8:10 remaining in the second half. UIC up by 19. Off the curl move, Cedric Banks hits an elbow jumper.
Like a hot knife through butter right now. I mean, everything they're doing is working. The Cats are struggling to get into their offense.
A shot on the wing. Bakusic. To Vince Scott, freshman out of Phoenix, Arizona. Bakusic misses the layup. Scott can't get the tip, and instead Joe Scott, the other Scott for UIC, gets the rebound. UIC's next game, Tuesday, up Milwaukee. It's University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. That'll be their first Horizon League game of the season. Shot no good by Cedric Banks. We have a whistle before the shot is attempted at 3 seconds. And possession goes back to Northwestern. Jimmy Collins, a lot to clap his hands about. His team is running on all cylinders. They are 8-2 on the year, trying to go to 9-2.
Before there's money, there's work.
I'm sure Jerry will be very happy here.
He's a good kid.
I'm... Who did that? Jerry, stop it. Jerry, we don't want to see that. Jerry! Orchard. Jerry! 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 Jerry!
LaSalle, the bank that appreciates your hard work.
I'm faster to first and hit with more power.
I added 3 inches to my vertical.
Conventional wisdom says athletes are born, not made. I'm Mark Crabtree telling you conventional wisdom is wrong. The proof is Explosion, the training program of the Bulls and White Sox. Every day at our academy, Explosion helps young athletes throw faster, hit harder, jump higher, and run faster. Explosion works for the pros, and it will work for you.
For information about Explosion, call 630-PLAY-BALL or visit bullsoxacademy.com.
This is a special birthday for Jimmy, because after waiting 3 years in foster care, he was adopted. But he's lucky. Thousands of kids, some older, some with brothers and sisters, still wait for the love and protection of a family. If you have room in your home and your heart, think about adopting. You'll end up enriching a lot of lives, especially yours.
Come on! Time for cake!
It could be the most rewarding thing you'll ever do.
We're here at the Pavilion, where the UIC Flames have opened up a 21-point lead over the Northwestern Wildcats. Don't forget, coming up next, right here on Fox Sports Net, you will not need to change the dial all evening long. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by LeBron James, coming to the United Center to take on the Chicago Bulls.
Who's that? LeBron James. I've never
LeBron James is the greatest 18-year-old to ever play in the National Basketball Association. And you get a chance to see him for a couple of hours. Tom Dorr calling the action.
As you look at that stat, Tim Young gets a bucket, never quits battling. 80% shooting from UIC. Shooting will make a team look flat. UIC red hot, and Northwestern looks flat. Well, you're going to look flat when a team shoots 80%, you shoot 30%.
I'm not going to say it's because of faulty defense from Northwestern. They've contested shots, and the Flames have just made an incredible amount of field goals. Can they make it another one? No. Aaron Carr misses that one. Rebound fought for. And when there's a battle for a rebound, more often than not, Tim Young's going to get the basketball. But he throws it right away to Aaron Carr.
Trying to make something happen. You're down 19 points. Clock dripping down below 6:30.
Curl pass, Elliott Poole. Stronger than most, but he gets fouled. Vince Scott can't believe it. Vince thought he had a clean block, but he's whistling for his third personal foul, and Elliott will go to the free throw line and shoot the free throw.
Butch Poole. Who gives him a nickname? Butch.
He does play a lot like another really solid post player from Farragut High School, Michael Wright.
Absolutely.
Very similar. Garbage man, goes in, cleans up, missed shots, gets stick backs, plays good interior defense. And if he was half the player collegiately that Michael Wright was at Arizona, he'd have a heck of a career.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Wright was flat out tremendous at Arizona.
Michael Wright was the third member of that team at Farragut, playing for
think about
Wolf
that.
Nelson.
He was the third option on a high school team with Kevin Garnett and Ronnie Fields. Ronnie, I think, leading the CBA in scoring.
The crazier thing is the fact that Kevin Garnett was the second option on his high school team.
Yeah, for Fields.
Shot up, no good, but Kusic can't find it. Elliott Poole, the rebound. Martell Bailey comes the other way.
Was Kusic 18 in the first half, just 6 here. Is that right? No, 3 here.
Yeah, he's made that one triple, and that's it. Cedric Banks over to Aaron Carr. Martell Bailey can hit that shot. Instead, wants to bleed a little bit more clock. They force him to take the shot, and it goes in and out. Rebound, no good. Up and in by Carr, high off the glass.
Double pump, caught it, hung in the air, and flipped it up and in.
Tim Young just wants it so badly against his friends from UIC. This is the shot to Vince Scott. Is fouled. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Okay, what Tim Young just never quits. There is no quit in this guy whatsoever. But watch Aaron Carr. Bang, bang, go up, and get the bucket.
Joe Scott now with 4 personal fouls who remain in the shooting. And Scott misses his first ever collegiate free throw. Ron Williams now will replace Joe Scott with those 4 personal fouls.
Did you see this coming in the second half?
No, I had no idea. Maybe if I was in that locker room, to hear that fire and brimstone speech that Jimmy Collins gave. His team was up by 2 at the half, and they have just absolutely stepped on the throat of the Wildcats. They're now up by 22, but I think the Wildcats are going to score this time. Seacat, no! Armand Williams coming out of nowhere, denies him. I thought they had a 2-0 break, but out of nowhere, Armand Williams hits it on the glass.
Is athleticism. Here comes Evan Seacat. Get in out of here. All right, now let's see. Does it get glass yet? I don't think that's a goaltend. I think that's a clean block. But Hashad on the spot grabs it and gets fouled. That was just an unbelievable block by Armand Williams.
I got to give credit where credit is due. I made a mistake. I misidentified. That was actually Cedric Banks, who's just 6 feet 2
on the block.
Yes, it was.
Can we see that one more time, please?
We both made a mistake. I thought it was Armand too, but on the replay, I looked a little bit closer. You're never really supposed to admit your mistake, but I think I was mistaken.
Guys, we got to see that again. I think that was Armand.
Okay, we'll take bets. Folks, make your wagers at home. We're trying to read you the tape. Bartell Bailey, little globetrotters move, dribbles through everyone, and now sets up offense. 20 seconds remaining on the shot clock. UIC on top by 21, flexing their muscles. If they could win this game, they would move to 9-2 on the year. It would be their second best start ever in school history. Shot clock winding down. 4-3. Cedric has to fire a long-range jumper, misses it. Tim Young with the rebound. On the run out, Tim gets in the lane, head and shoulders fake, puts it up. No good, but he's fouled.
Yeah, let's see the block again. Okay, here comes Evan Seacat. And that is Ced Banks, my friend.
Folks, if you laid the money down on Cedric Banks, collect up from your sister. Free throw, no good. Tim Young comes up a little bit short. He has been as advertised so far for Northwestern. Martell Bailey goes out with 4 personal fouls. Tim with 24 points. That leads everyone in this game. He's now got 25. Tim Young, senior from Gordon Tech, former Ram.
He's a tremendous player.
Nick Versace used to be the head man over there at Gordon Tech.
Exactly right.
Tommy Kleinschmidt would probably be the best ever out of Gordon Tech, I'd imagine.
And who was his coach?
I thought it was Versace.
Steve Pappas, who then went on to Deerfield.
Oh, sure, who had Ryan Hogan.
And had Ryan Hogan.
And another kid who played at Ivy League. Muhammad Hashad goes the distance. His first field goal. He's been quiet. The kid out of Toronto, Ontario. I'm apologies, I'm Montreal. We're back. Bill Carmody grabs the clipboard as the timeout is called. 4:06 remaining in this game. UIC on top by 18. Just a 30-second timeout. As the Wildcats want to make sure that they're on the same page as they try and close out this game the way that they want to. Jimmy Collins, for some reason, a little bit upset. Don't exactly know why. Looks like his 116th win as the head man at UIC is virtually assured.
Now, players will always say to you, I can play 4 games in a day, because they do, they're kids. But the Northwestern kids just got done with finals. They played Wednesday night. They do not play a large number of guys. They're outmanned in terms of their interior strength. Let's take a look at the number of minutes that their starters are playing. TJ Parker, 37 points. I mean, look at those numbers. You got a lot of guys playing a lot of heavy minutes. And, you know, you didn't have Maryland Eastern Shore and Oakton Community College. You had Arizona State. Now you have UIC. Playing very good team.
The last note at the bottom really speaks volumes. Their starters play 85% of the minutes played. The Wildcats, that leads the entire country. And yet, it makes sense that they'd get tired in the second half from time to time. UIC has played 11 guys so far today. They are not tired.
Especially on the road.
Jimmy Collins definitely has the luxury of having a lot of kids really get after it. Cedric Banks gets a couple of guys in the air and throws up an air ball. Wide open the other way, Vince Scott gets the layup to fall.
Big man gets the catch and score, and it's a 16-point game. We saw 22 frittered away last week, and a near steal. He's
going to be on Tim Young reaching in. That'll be his second personal foul. Cedric Banks will go to the free throw line. 3:21 remaining in this game. Cedric Banks enjoys playing against Northwestern. Last year, he came off the bench to score 31 points against the Wildcats in a game at Wells Ryan Arena, won by the Flames 70-53. Today, well, the offense has been coming abundantly as well. He's got 18 points, looking for 19, possibly 20, if he can make the 2 free throws. Give him 19. He's a good free thrower. Last year, he shot 76%. This year, down a bit at 68, but he makes 2 without hitting the rim. Whistle blows, and we'll take a timeout. 3:21 remaining. Jimmy Collins trying to run his record to 9-2. UIC 81 and Northwestern.
Fox Sports Net's coverage of UIC Flames basketball is brought to you by Bud Light. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, make it a Bud Light. Credit Union One, a unique concept in financial services. Gordon Flesh Company, committed to service excellence for over 45 years. Grosinger City Toyota, for the best deals, best selection, best service, gotta go to Grosinger. Jewel, helping make your life easier. LaSalle, the bank that works. UIC Medical Center, a higher level of care. New West Realty. No one sells the Near West like New West Realty. And by Red Eye. Open your eyes.
UIC Flames versus Fighting Illini, December 30th. Tickets start at $25. Call Ticketmaster at 312-559-1212.
Hawks Penguins tomorrow at 6 on Fox Sports Net Plus.
From all of us here at Full Access, we'd like to wish those of you at home a very happy holidays.
Hey, what do you get me for Christmas there, big guy?
A breath mint.
Thanks a lot, Damon. 18-point lead for UIC. J.J. Jumper, the NCAA's mascot this season, getting all kinds of fired up here at the Pavilion. As the Flames trying to singe the Wildcats for the second consecutive year. The Pavilion quickly becoming the Inferno. UIC with a win today would improve to 3-0 at home on the year, and they would improve to 14-0 in their last 14 non-conference home games. Teams do not want to come into the Inferno. They quite often get burned. Vukusic gets fouled on his way to the basket. That's Armand Williams. That's his 5th. No, it's Martell Bailey. And Bailey, it's his 5th. So he is out of the game. And he'll have to sit down next to Jimmy Collins for the remaining 3:12. He finished with 11 points. He had a solid 4 game.
No, the officials are complaining or conversing on who the foul is on Bailey when I didn't touch the guy. Let's see if we can maybe rack that up back there in the truck.
That is on Bailey. No?
Yes. I thought it was on Butch Poole, to be honest.
Not a slap on the left hand of Vukusic. Martell did have his hands out, like he just touched something and burned it.
It's tough to tell. I mean, Bailey put his hand out and then backed up. There's another one again. So are they getting... Oh, that's Bailey. That's Bailey, no question. Eric Collins, you are the man.
Last night I stayed in and ate a bag full of carrots. Feeling it today. Another double-double for Martell, 11 points, 12 assists. He is now second place all-time for the UIC Flames in the assist category. Last game he played, took down Kenny Williams, hit from Proviso East.
Who's the all-time
wonderful player back in the early 90s. The all-time assist leader is a guy by the name of Cubby Latham.
Cubby Latham. He was tremendous for the late, may he rest in peace, Willie Lynch.
one of the other really solid point guards in Flames history. Currently a head man in the National Basketball Association. The Denver Nuggets' own Jeff Buzdelek.
Yep. He's got a good team at Denver.
He's got a good player, Carmelo Anthony, who's not as good as LeBron James. But you can see right here on Fox Sports Net, immediately following this game, is the Cleveland Cavaliers, the wine and gold, invade the United Center, take on the Bulls.
Carmelo will win the Rookie of the Year.
I don't know about all that. Last night, 36 points for LeBron James, making it happen on the road against the Sixers in Philadelphia.
Both tremendous.
83-65. Flames on top by 18. A shot, good pass inside. It's a cutting Vince Scott for two. Vince Scott has showed something since he replaced Juwan Schitz, who fouled out at the 11-minute mark. Aaron Carr having trouble getting the ball down the floor with the pressure. Calls timeout with 2.5 minutes remaining, and we'll keep it right here. The rent's been paid.
The rent has been paid. 16-point game, and you see Aaron Carr, a senior leader, calls the timeout and immediately turns to his teammates and goes, guys, I know we've got a big lead, but you got to come back and help me against pressure. And now Jimmy will try and diagram something up to get the ball up the court.
Well, you can follow your favorite UIC teams all year long at www.uicflames.com. Updated stats, schedules, and everything else for the ultimate UIC Flames fanatic. Check it out at www.uicflames.com. And
you and I go there all the time to get stats
on my information. That's why I found out that Jimmy Collins' crew, they are 18-4 in the last 4 years against teams from the state of Illinois. So the land of Lincoln, very friendly to Armand Williams, Aaron Carr, and the boys. They take on all comers. They're going to take on Illinois in about a week and a half's time at the United Center. They take on Northern, they take on Eastern, they take on Western, Loyola. They take on all comers, and they have come out on top quite frequently. 18-4 against teams hailing from the land of Lincoln.
We'll be back here January 3rd. They'll take on a very good Detroit club coached by Perry Watson.
Cedric Banks gets it back out to Carr. Underneath, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Interior pass, a good one, but it's knocked away from Armand Williams. The ball will stay with the Flames, but they have just 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Eric Collins dancing here to the beat.
I tell you, they put on a really good show here at the Pavilion.
They do. It's a lot of fun.
We're no longer calling it the Pavilion. It's now the Inferno. Aaron Carr, the triple off the glass. Glass rim it in, and that has Jimmy Collins clapping his hands and smiling for it.
And he has 21 now to lead the Flames in scoring.
2 consecutive games, over 20 points for Aaron Carr.
I think they're going to get Bowen here on the foul. Bowen is going to get a bump. Williams will get the steal. Here's Aaron Carr from way downtown.
Aaron Carr came into today averaging 40% from behind the arc. Cap, he has really found something over the last couple of games. We talked about last game, he had 23. Today, he's over 20 again. If he can continue to score like that and give the Flames another solid option to Armand Williams and Cedric Banks, the sky's the limit for the Flames.
That's exactly right. If he's making the three like that, it picks up what Schneiderman did for them a year ago. They still need to assert themselves more inside against a big team, but I think this UIC team has tremendous potential to make a run on a national stage.
Jonathan Schneiderman was fun to watch. Jordan Cardos a couple of years ago was also a brilliant shooter. Cedric Banks working his magic, gets the shot blocked. Vince Scott with the block, but Elliot Poole, the garbage man, picks it up and converts the layup.
That ball was blocked. Ced Banks tried to go from way downtown, and just things are going right, they're going right.
Evan Seacat can't hit. Here comes Williams, coming down to the 1 minute mark. Banks crosses the timeline. Over to Bowen. 19-point lead for the Flames. They're going to milk some clock here. Jimmy Collins orchestrating it. He has called a wonderful floor game. Paul now going to be 8-0 on the year when they get over the 70-point mark. I'm sorry, the UIC Flames.
We do a lot.
We're everywhere. Armand Williams gets the bucket. He's now got 19 points. To Tim Young. To Tim. makes another bucket. He's had a solid game. He's now got 27 points. Well, just a reminder, we will replay this game in its entirety at 4:30 right here on Fox Sports Net. In case you missed any action, it was a doozy of a first half. Pick it up right here on Fox Sports Net starting at 4:30 in the afternoon. We will have every single play, every dunk, every jump shot, and every play that made Jimmy Collins say, I'm happy to be on the sidelines for the Flames because this year we got it going on. Final seconds wind down. And these two good friends among teams just walk off the floor and shake hands knowing that they fought hard together. And, well, the Flames just a little bit better on this day as they win by 19 points going away in the second half after having just a 2-point lead at the intermission. Our credit union play of the game comes courtesy of the left-hander, Cedric Banks. Loose ball. The Flames wanted it more. Martell Bailey hits his former high school teammate, and the southpaw Banks knocks in our Credit Union 1 play of the game on his way to 20 points. We'll take a timeout when we come back. David Kaplan